Iria Enahoro wrote Drift, The Awakening, when she was 16 years old and continued to develop the story over the course of 10 years. She was born in San Francisco, United States of America, on the 21st of January in 1995, to parents of German and Nigerian descent. She currently resides in Germany and is fluent in German, Dutch, and English. Her debut novel is part of a trilogy series that is inspired by her dynamic life and worldview. Today we have the chance to interview the author who's connected with us. Hi, Iria, it's great to have you here.
Hi, Ginevra. I'm glad to be on here as well.
Please present us your literary project. What is Drift the Awakening about?
I would say it's an experimental science fiction project of mine. And as so many artists out there, it's something that I wanted to read. And so I wrote it, this story. And it has a lot of drama, poetic elements into it. So it's a mashup of genres as well.
And what is the target reader of this book? Who would you suggest the reading to? Is it a reading for anyone, or did you have a specific public in your mind?
I have a specific public in mind, and it's my generations, the millennials, and especially my sister's generation, Generation Z. And so it's very much, as I would describe it, as a 1984 modernization, just specifically to the millennial generation as well. And but I guess everyone with a sense for science fiction, those elements are in there as well, would very much enjoy reading this book.
Okay. What are the main themes that a young reader can find in this book, and how can it be helpful?
Right. Yeah, it is a post-apocalyptic book, so it does talk about societal issues and cultural issues as well. A lot of political influences as well. I would also say that the main philosophical angle in this book, the theme, would be identity, love, and friendship.
And how could they reflect on this thematic? Why it is important that these generations that can reflect on these thematics you propose?
I believe it has very much to do with the world, the way the world is today, our society, especially the pandemic, had a huge influence on our generation. And it describes a broken world and how a broken world has influence on our generation. And to be honest, I'm very open in the book to explore the brokenness of our generation through the individual characters. And each character has their own little baggage that they carry. And they're all on the search for identity and a sense of belongingness. And so that ties into the themes of friendship, what love means to them in a cold world where seemingly love has died, and where there seems to be no choice for a better future or a hope for tomorrow. And so those broken people come together to reflect a broken society. And I love a good redemption story. So there's always hope in my book. But yeah, very much sober topics that are talked about with a bit of humor, drama, and sad, like our generation loves sad.
Great. Now we know why we should buy and read the book. I just have one curiosity on the author and on the writer of this book. Since when can you consider yourself a writer? Have you been writing since ever, or there was a particular moment that pushed you to writing?
No, I think one of the very first hobbies, even as a young child, was writing. I had a diary like many women had when they were young, a young schoolgirl. And then obviously I'm a hopeless romantic in a sense. So even in my younger years, I wrote a little bit of poetry for a crush. And then later on, it became short stories. And then I became fascinated with film. And so I dabbled into script writing, movie writing, and plays, and poetry in of itself as well nowadays. And I would consider myself a writer. Personally, it's something that during my turbulent lifestyle, as on the back of the cover it says, I've traveled a lot of places. And so for me, the one thing that remained constant was writing. And I could process everything that I was going through personally through writing my own fiction worlds and just vent about society, love, and friendships, and still make an entertaining story that people can relate to, hopefully.
Okay, one last question, but not least. I'd like to know, what would you like to tell to your readers now that you have the chance to through this interview?
What I would like to let my readers know with this book, as well as with this interview, is to not stop dreaming for a better future, for a better tomorrow. And I would love to believe that this book gives hope as well, that the story is not over. And a few perspectives from me on love, society, and our generation. And so I love when I can engage with people on the same topic. So I'm just hoping to connect with people through this book.
Thank you, Iria. We keep waiting for the second part. In the meantime, we wish you very good luck with this book.
Thank you so much. Yes.
The year 2036 marks the 6th anniversary of global peace after the end of World War III. One organization rules worldwide, the God Regency, a new modern-day society founded by 7 regents. They maintain peace through the absolute power of its world citizens. Common pays her dues for her rebellious spirit. It all begins on a common day during a common university lesson. Drift, The Awakening by Iria and Enahoro is now available in bookstores and digital platforms, a publication by Eurobox.